So I decided when I got up and had to, get the sleep out of my eyes, get a good stretch in, and at that point decide whether or not I was going to whoop my dog when I got up or when I got home. If you don't know, that means I'm beating it. Because I'm a pervert. So I decided to finally watch the video of Karl Jobst. Now, it hasn't been out long, and it's not the one you're thinking of. It's the one he did before that. So a quick thing. There's a thing going on with the completionist. He's done a big old boo-boo. Definitely got caught being an idiot. Now, I don't have all the details, but to be polite and fair, since I'm mentioning it, I will tag them both below so you can actually watch their videos on how they just completely tear his ass apart. Now, I'm saying this as blunt as I can because I actually enjoyed some of his content. So I have to say he was caught with his pants down, pissing on the nun. There's no other way to put it. He's been caught. But since I haven't watched the exact videos, I've only seen one little breakdown, and I didn't want to watch the whole thing because I actually want to see what Mudahar and Karl actually had to say. So they'll be tagged below so everybody can get a chance to watch their videos. I'm just saying this just kind of to help get the information out there. But the real thing I want to talk about, which is still Karl Jobst, is his take on a financial bubble of video games. And quite literally something similar to, I would say, like a pyramid scheme. That's probably a horrible way to put it, but believe me, these guys are just as big a piece of shit as you could get. So it started a few years ago, actually. I ran across Karl Jobst's YouTube channel because I got into speedrunning. And I'm not very good at it, but I think it's really neat and it's really cool. Here's the fucked up part about it is, when I was actually looking at all this speedrunning, I ran across exposers, people that expose speedrunners for trying to fake world records and actually doing splice content. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's where you fabricate a speedrun, or you can even manipulate the data inside the game. Now, there's a lot more, T's and Q's, dotting some I's, things like that I am definitely fucking up. But Karl Jobst is a man that knows his fucking shit, and when he presents it to you, you best believe he's done his homework. That's what I respected about him and why I watched his content. Well, one I've been watching feverishly is trying to get an update about what was going to happen to the game trading fiasco. The graded companies. Now, I'm not going to say the companies that I don't actually remember right now, but I will have them literally tagged below. You can watch the video, and it's quite amazing. Well, he finally did an update a few days ago. They're fucking busted finally. The whole bubble busted. So essentially, what they were doing, they were spiking and making an artificial growth inside the gaming market. So I'll try to explain it the best I can for people that probably are smarter than me, but I'm pretty dumb. So let's dumb it down for simple people. Here's a game. Now this was worth, say, $500 at one point, and it was. So say I want to make this go up. This is kind of how they did it. They graded it, say this is a grade A. Well, grade A has, so many stipulations of what the price could end up being. So say I take my buddy, hey, you want to buy this? Cool, $600. So he pays $600, but we don't let it leave. We're going to leave it right there because it's kind of like an investment. You've invested in it and somebody else can buy it for higher. Well, if you do it for 3 or 4 different people in your little, tight-knit group of people that are jerking each other off, that's what's going to happen. It's going to keep building in price. Makes the supply and demand, essentially, the price for it to go up because while you have the supply, it's not being made, but there's still a supply of them. The demand's going to get higher, so people are going to pay bigger dollars. That's the my version. That's how I would say it, and that's about the best I can give you. But basically, it was shown that they were making this artificial. Now, it was shown, I believe, this was also a coin issue at one point. Coins were graded, and they artificially, raised the prices on those to the point that it finally busted. And I only speak of this because I want to make sure that nobody gets screwed over in this, because kind of like I screwed up and got crypto coin a little late, hoping I could get a quick buck to pay my house off. Yeah, no, I'm looking stupid. I got my dick in my hand, and I'm just wondering why I'm pissing. At this point, it's kind of over with, and I fucked up. But I'm not on here trying to take other people's advice and fucked up. I only fucked up a couple $100. And I look at it like this. That was a pretty sound investment to fuck up. That's fine. If you got it to waste, if it's $10, $20, that's not a waste. You're just trying to do something new. But these guys, they were rigging the game from the start. Nobody was going to get as much money besides really them, because the grading company, while you paid to get it graded, they were the ones grading it. If they were buddies with you, they could knock the grade up. people are actually outing them by regrading the same game multiple times and getting multiple different grades. And not by a little, by quite an astonishing lot. Now, I by no means am going to sit here and tell you I 100% know what grading is. But I'm going to give you a quick rundown about how they grade cards. Now, this is very simple. I would buy a deck out of there. This probably ain't going to be worth shit, but this. They essentially would take it. Now, it's already got warping. They're not going to take as much. Say it's worth $10. You might get lucky at a card shop. They'll give you 50%. That's what's going to usually, the going rate of a lot of card shops I know of is 50%. Now, for example, they would take it. They literally use a magnifying glass to look at the edgings and everything like that. And it can lower the price. I have sold a card for $25. I got it out of a pack, went up there, got $25, and I left with it because I was actually just trying to get a little bit of money back out of a $100 pack I bought. Now, I could have resold a lot of different cards and got my $100 back. But I like to collect them. It was just a card I knew I didn't need in the collection because it didn't look cool and it had no reason to on any deck. It was just not a deck I would play, so I sold it. Essentially, these guys are making money off of doing shit like that, but faking it. So while my cards I can go get graded by hand might be about as close as the guy in the next city. That's going to be good. Not these assholes. They're going to take it. They're going to grade it. And they're just going to give it off to you because they pretty much know they're not going to make any money off of you. They're just going to grade it, hand it to you, and just still try to, save face and pretend that they're really still grading. Now, by no means do I mean that part's factual. That's just me talking shit because that's how I assume they're doing it. But they have been proven to have had false grading. Karl Jobst has done one bang of a job. I want you to go subscribe to him too if you can. Please watch his videos because he damn sure deserves it. And once you start seeing the Sue Happy bullshit happening with him, oh, for the love of God, just have a watch. It's the hilarity ensues. It's a circus act at this point. And when I say, and I watched the movie that came out years ago. That was I watched it on Netflix. It was a documentary about the King of Kong. That's as far as I'm going to get with anything to joke about that guy because he is definitely insane. I think it's time to wind down. I hope everybody's having a good day. But I am here to say I'm a little sleepy. I think we're going to cut this video off a little short. I just wanted to get out there. Karl Jobst is doing one bang of a job. Please go subscribe to him. Watch his videos. Check out Me Moo the Horse thing. They both did a collab. And Completionists, please get your shit together, man. You're better than this. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to check in and see how this is doing. But you're no different than anybody else. If you fuck up, man, you fuck up. And you got to be held responsible. So, best thing to do is swallow your pride and try to make this right. That's all I got to say. I hope everybody has a good one.